Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Bryant's Cowboys going up against Nelson's Packers. So with that, let's get up to Lambeau Field. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. First and 10, Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Second down, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and it's third and short. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Williams. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Prescott on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Bryant with a catch right side. It's a loss of 2. Now third down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got time. He's going to launch this thing way down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, 67 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions. And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. A strong running. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
319. Get reset. Hey, easy.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, you know, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
First carry for the fullback, Aaron Ripkowski. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Third down now following the run. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. It's a gain of 14 there, and that leads to a Green Bay first.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's caught by Bryant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that leads to a Dallas first down. First down, Prescott.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Come on, let's go!
On third down, it's Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Now Chris Jones on to punt this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Rodgers to throw on second down. He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Halfback sent in motion. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. In motion goes the tight end. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Rodgers now to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico. Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Now Rodgers. Incomplete, right side to Cook. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will make our score 9-0. So they had great field position, but a three-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a three-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They'll come out in the pistol. They go back to the air here after the INT. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he comes back with one complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here. The NFL on EA Sports. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
319, 850. 319.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll run a toss play to Michael. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call it student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
And a little floater there is incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. That'll bring up second down.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Rodgers. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hey, the defense is in this game as well. They wanted to make it a tough third down. They were able to do so on that last play, preventing a big gain.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off, it's J.J. Wilcox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll give the Packers a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half. Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They run it again with Lacy. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacy. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Say what you want about Eddie Lacy. He is really important to his team, and right now they're holding him down well below his normal yardage total, and his team's losing the game.
And we talk about it so often, how tough he is to bring down, but they found a way to do it.
Yeah, I think gang tackling, getting a lot of people to him, that's the key to everything. Not many guys can take him down one-on-one consistently.
He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go.
Prescott now on second down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Ohio.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Ohio. Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Ohio. Ohio.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. A give to Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Brandon, I came out of my chair on that one. A lovely-looking deep ball thrown. They were just unable to connect.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go. What? Flex round.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Another pistol look here.
Here we go! Brand 38!
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards on the pickup. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here we go!
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Second down, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. Third down here.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Hard throw, incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On second down, here's Rodgers. And Jeff Janis has it complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. Touchdown, Packers. Jared Cook, 55 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Here we go.
Prescott now on second down. His throw incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. Evades the tackler and now some space. A big gain of 31 on third down.
You can go back to Stillwater, Oklahoma in his days as an Oklahoma State Cowboy and see very similar plays. We always talk about running backs who don't give up on a run. He doesn't give up on a catch or a run after it, does he?
Now, Dez is one of the best in the business, and as you always say, so competitive, isn't he?
Without a doubt, he's going to fight you to the nth degree for the football or for yardage.
Trying to lay one up deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and throw for it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Jump out! Be good, be good. Over. Check it, crack. Over.
Rodgers now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
Easy.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Bring it. Switch it. Jumbo! He's checking.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's caught. Nelson calling a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field.
And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's got a little daylight. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30.